Steph again. As well as being the project manager for Breaking Barriers, I also have the pleasure of volunteering for another group called ABAG, which is the Adult Bolton Autism Group. And once a month we meet socially on a Saturday for 2 hours, and we play pool, we chat, we have a general lark around, and just facilitate the adults getting together in one place and speaking to each other in an environment where nobody judges anybody. They can just be themselves and they can talk about whatever's concerned them over the last month. What follows is a selection of the views of some of the adults who come along to the group. And we wanted to show that children with autism grow into young people and then adults with autism, and hear from their view how that affects their lives. Some of them were diagnosed very recently. Some of them were diagnosed post-18, but that was quite a while ago. Just wanted to be clear that, to save confusion, some of the terminology since has changed. Whereas Asperger's syndrome used to be a diagnosis, it isn't used anymore. And the official diagnosis is autism spectrum condition. And that recognises how diverse autism actually is, and how no two people who have autism are the same. They may share similar traits, but they're all as unique and different as each other, which is the way it should be, and it should be celebrated. Another thing that's been sort of done away with is the high functioning and low functioning, the mild autism and the severe autism, because of the recognition of the spectrum. And that also stops the false impression being given that mild autism is any easier to manage than severe autism, because it isn't. And I think that will come across when you've listened to the adults that follow. I hope you enjoy it, and it gives you just a little bit of an insight into what a world with autism is like, and how every one of them should be valued and appreciated and have so much to offer.
Hello, I'm Warren. I am 33 and I have Asperger's syndrome.
Hello, my name's Reece Hughes and I'm an autistic adult who's 24 years old.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm 26. I was diagnosed with autism last year.
My name is Michael.
We're making a film about what it's like to have autism.
We're making a film to think what it's like to have autism.
Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism, can be a blessing, and it sometimes can be a curse. The blessing side of things is that, you get too brainy, too smart, you're too obsessive with one thing or another. And you tend to be smarter than all your friends, or something like an envy of all your friends in terms of smartness. But the curse side of things is aggravation. You usually get angry, you usually get Well, one of the characteristics of Asperger's is you become a short fuse.
My autism does affect me in day-to-day life, but I do my best not to let it affect me. But my autism, it makes social situations a bit more awkward, and public, like speaking in front of a large audience as well.
What do you do to help you calm down?
Been to see Dr. Steve to help me breathing.
What does your breathing look like when you do it?
In and push out, to expand my lungs.
And does that make you feel calmer?
Yes.
And what have you got here in the garden that you use a lot?
Swing.
And how does that help?
Very good fit and exercise.
And does it make you feel calm?
Yes.
The thing I struggle with the most about being autistic is feeling lonely, because I find it very difficult to socialise with most other people. I find it's very difficult to find people that are on the same wavelength as me.
One of the things that also comes with autism, often you feel anxiety, and that's a part of it I don't enjoy very much. But again, I do have me coping mechanisms. I do love listening to music. I love going to Manchester. I know my way round the city better than the back of this, actually.
You get angry quite a lot for no apparent reason, particularly when things are not always goes to plan. Of course, we Asperger's people usually stick to time and usually want to make things on time. You know, we have many of us have a strict routine, and if things doesn't and go to plan, then I tend to go off on one. In other words, I get angry and aggravated, even towards the point where you thrash out or restrain or hit someone or hurt someone. For me, it's mostly my dad or my parents or whatever, or other people who are not connected anyway.
We talked to Anna about what it was like being your younger sister.
Yes.
What's it like being Anna's big brother?
Very nice.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Is it a good thing to be a big brother?
Yes.
Does she help you?
Yes.
How does she help you?
Well, not really, because when I go in her room, she gets saying, "Get out of my room."
This is the part you may well find interesting. I am quite well known for drawing in a rather niche area, which I'll show you very shortly.
The thing I would like to see change most in the Bolton area to help people on the spectrum is greater understanding from NHS staff or care staff as to what autism actually is.
I have some help, of course, and sometimes it's well worth talking to other people about your problems, okay? Particularly, breaking barriers. And when I do go to the drop-ins or the Saturday thingy on the last Saturday of every month, I usually talk to a lot of people, sometimes about my problems or something like that and all that. And they all Asperger's people, and they understand. They know where I'm coming from, and they know where I come from. But it's just a lifelong condition, and sometimes you're blessed with it, and sometimes you got struck down with it. But you know what? You can't take it away from you.
What would you like to do for a job?
No idea. I think I can't say this. I'm too autistic to say it.
Okay.
I might not get a job at all. I'll just do whatever I'm pleased to do.
Okay. And where would you like to live one day?
No idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll always live with me?
Well, probably. Nana said when she's in her 90s, I might look after her in a wheelchair.
That's it. Okay.
Like for Auntie Iris now, because she's now nearly 83.
Okay.
I've previously told you about the drawings I do, and I thought I'd show you some of the work I do that I described as a bit niche. But basically I draw my own road maps that not actually copies of actual road maps per se, but they based on areas where I've looked in me atlases and stuff at home.
Monkey with a Mouse Productions.